Hello guys, welcome to Learn Ingenuity. In this video series, I will cover the basic concepts regarding complex numbers, which will be helpful for you guys for preparation of JEE-MAIN and OJEE exams. Don't skip the video, watch until the end to get the clarity of concepts. So let's start from the introduction of complex number. So we know that x square is greater than 0, greater than or equal to 0 for all x belongs to R. Means if x is a real number, then its square, if you square it, then the value will be greater than 0 or positive. So it is here written that square of a real number is positive. We know this, like example 5 square is equal to 25. 1 by 2 square equal to 1 by 4. So square of a real number is always positive. Real number means it can be an integer, it can be an fraction also, it can be negative also. So negative or positive, square of that number is always greater than 0. We know as per the real number x belongs to real number, x square greater than equal to 0. So if there is a equation is given like this, x square plus 1 equal to 0. So if you want to solve this equation, if you take plus 1 to the right hand side, it will become x square equal to minus 1, like it is written here. So it means it is saying square of a number is negative. What we saw in the real number at first place, we saw that square of a number is always positive when x belongs to real number. So if the equation is written like this, x square plus 1 equal to 0, how can this is possible? So this is not possible in real number system. Remember it. There is no real solution of the equation x square plus 1 equal to 0. So we have to think otherwise how to solve x square plus 1 equal to 0 beyond a real number without using the real number. So there is a need to extend the number system to a larger system so that we can solve the above equation. The equation is x square plus 1 equal to 0. There are many equations like this which cannot be solved by real solutions or real value of x. So the larger system we will consider as complex number system. We will consider a new number system which is called the complex number. So the here written the larger system is called the complex number. So I want to just tell you these are the numbers. We know that 0, then natural numbers are 1, 2, 3. Natural number, if you write what are the natural number system, in natural number system, what are the values? It starts from 1. No 0, no negative value. Natural means it starts from 1. It goes like this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like this it will goes to infinity. So this is the natural number system. Then comes the integer Z. Natural we represent by capital N. Then it comes the integer Z. Z include the negative number, the 0 and the positive numbers such as minus infinity it will start, comma minus 2, dot 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 it will come to as minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, dot 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 goes to infinity. So this is the integer value. What is rational number system? Rational number system we represent it as Q. So in rational we include all the fractions, positive fractions, negative fractions, 1 by 2, 1 by 5, 1 by 4, 2 by 6, 2 by 7, all the fractions we include. So natural number, then integer, then rational, then it will come. If you include the irrational number also, then you will, the final will be the real number, this one. So real number include natural number, Z, Q and irrational number also. But what are the irrational numbers? Such as pi, e, these are irrational numbers. So here we have seen that the solution of the equation x square plus 1 equal to 0 is not possible in real number system. So we have taken the new system as complex number system. This complex number system, we have taken this system, the new system, to get the value of x, where x square plus 1 equal to 0. We will see what is complex number, what is imaginary number, we will see in the coming videos. So clear up to this point? Now, in the complex number system, we define I. What is I? Is called iota. I as root over of minus 1. So if anybody asks you what is the value of I, you will tell I equal to root over of minus 1. So what will be I square? If you square it, so minus 1 root over of minus 1 rows square, which is equal to minus 1. I square equal to minus 1. So Euler was the first to introduce the symbol I or iota. So we define the complex number minus 1 root of minus 1 as I. Now we can solve the equation. The equation was x square plus 1 equal to 0. If you take 1 this side, this will be the next step. Then what will be the x? X equal to root over of minus 1. So you can write x equal to either plus I or minus I, where I equal to root of minus 1. So this I is a imaginary number. The number I is called an imaginary number. Here it is written, the number I is called the imaginary number. In general, the square root of all negative real numbers are called imaginary number. Square root of all negative real numbers. Square root of all negative real numbers. This means minus 1 root over negative, square root of negative, minus 4 root over, minus 10 root over. It should be negatives. Inside the square root, the negative should be there. So then these are all imaginary numbers. We call them imaginary numbers. A number of the form a plus ib. A number of the form a plus ib, where I is nothing but iota or root over of minus 1. A number of the form a plus ib, where a and b are real numbers, is called a complex number, such as 3 plus 5i, minus 2 plus 4i, minus 2 plus I root 5. So these are complex numbers. So now we have seen two types of numbers, imaginary number and complex number. So what is the basic difference between them? Imaginary number means only I part is there. 5i minus 4i, I, only I is there. But in complex number, it is a sum of a real number and an imaginary number, a real number and an imaginary number. So this is the basic difference between imaginary number and complex number. If somebody asks whether the imaginary number is a complex number or not, yes, it is a complex number. You can say imaginary numbers are subset of complex number. So these are included in the complex number. So for clarity purpose, I have drawn here a diagram. You can see the real numbers are in one side and the imaginary numbers are in one side, and if you combine these two, the complex number will be formed. So in the real number 1 by 2, 3, 7, all the fractions, imaginary number, all the I terms, I, 3i minus 2i. If you combine these two, 2 minus 5 by real plus imaginary, then that will become the complex number. So let's see what is the standard form of complex number. If a complex number is expressed in the form a plus ib, where a and b belongs to real number, b belongs to real number, and I is root of minus 1, then it is said to be in the standard form. So what is standard form? Standard form means a plus ib. It should be in the form a plus ib. This is the real part and this is the imaginary part. So for example, 2 plus 5i minus 3 plus root 2i are all in the standard form. So this is called the standard form of complex number. So let's see one interesting question. The question says a student written like this: 1 equal to root over of 1. Yes, he is right. Then he is writing like this: root over of minus 1 into 1 minus 1. Then he is writing like this. He is separating the roots. Then we know that this is I and this is I, so he is writing I into I. Then he is writing I into I equal to I square. We have seen before that I square equal to minus 1. So he is proving that 1 equal to minus 1. So my question is, where is the fault? Can you find out where he has done the wrong or where he has done the mistake? Can you find out? Write your answer in the comment. We'll see in the next video. So what we have discussed today, we just discussed the introduction part of the complex number. We saw that the equation x square plus 1 equal to 0 cannot be solved with the real values of x. So we need complex number system. We saw how the complex number system is, and we saw what is I. I equal to root of minus 1 and I square equal to minus 1. Then we saw what is imaginary number, what is complex number. Then what is the standard form of complex number? What is the standard form of complex number? A plus IB. So these are the topics we discussed. In the next video, I will discussing elaborately on the concepts. So that's all for today. Hope you guys enjoyed it. See you next time.